Welcome to this episode of Healthy Cooking with Sholo Public Library. This episode is brought to you by Sholo Public Library in partnership with the Charlie Cart Project. My name is Crystal Rodriquez. I'm the adult programmer at the Sholo Public Library. And with me today we have
Annabelle Rodriguez.
This is my daughter, everybody. Today we are going to be making for you broccoli cheddar soup. We have our ingredients out. We've got the butter. We're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter. And I found out that a tablespoon of butter is half an ounce. So these 2 ounces will be the 4 tablespoons of butter. And we have got the onion, garlic, the flour. We're going to make the chicken stock as it's cooking. Our salt, pepper, broccoli, the carrot half and half, and cheddar cheese. So Annabelle, while I'm getting this ready, will you shred up a carrot for us, please?
Yes.
I'll be working on the onion. And it's going to need a whole onion. Annabelle, what do you think? Do you cook a lot at home?
No, but I like to bake.
You do like to bake. And I like your baking. What's your favorite thing to bake?
Would probably be banana bread.
Ooh, I do like banana bread. Let's see. So we've made this soup at home before. What do you think? What's your favorite thing to pair this soup with?
Bread.
Bread. A bread bowl's great. I think you had mentioned it's so good you could probably serve it over some pasta.
Right. Yes.
And you're going to be starting your school year here soon. What are you looking forward to most?
Graduating.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that with you as well. Let's see. Now, one fun fact that I learned is that broccoli is actually a flower. It is a flower that has not quite sprouted yet. So, we're eating flour soup, kind of. Did you know that?
No.
Broccoli was brought here in the, gosh, now don't quote me. I want to say that I thought it was the 1800s by Europeans. Like I said, don't quote me. Don't come for me on this. Okay. How's that coming along?
All right. Not the best at peeling.
Now, careful with that. I like to do one in the middle. Some of these.
Can I chop you?
Yeah, please. Be my guest. All right, get rid of these. Disappear off to the side.
This is a hard carrot.
Do you got it or you need some help?
No, I should be good.
Okay, you're gonna want those finely chopped. Let me get this going. So we got the onion diced. Let me measure out our garlic. And this is probably my favorite life hack, is the garlic that comes in a jar already minced up. 1 teaspoon equals 1 clove of garlic. So this recipe calls for the 3 garlic cloves. I'm gonna do 3 teaspoons of the already minced. Got the 3 teaspoons of garlic. All right. Put that off to the side. Let me go ahead and get this going. You're going to want to melt the butter in the pot and over medium-high heat. Let's get rid of the lid first. All right, while that's going, it'll take a little bit to come to temperature. It's happening pretty quick here.
What temperature should it be at?
Medium high. Got the butter going. I still got some on my finger here. Let's get rid of that. Going to add the onion. Ooh. Annabelle, do you think we eat pretty healthy at home?
Yes, I would say most of the time.
Yeah. Now, a few years ago, I came up with all these allergies to foods. There were 34 foods I was allergic to, and that news was not good news to hear. So at home, we had to do a lot of changes to what we ate and how we ate it, and we made quite a few substitutions. One of them was flour, so we started using a lot of coconut flour, almond flour, and just to be a little healthier, we started substituting cauliflower instead of potatoes. And I think that's probably been one of the ones that I don't miss so much. We've been doing when we do our soups, we had our beef stew recently, and we substituted the cauliflower instead of potatoes in that one. And one thing we discovered was spaghetti squash. I had not eaten that a lot growing up, but we started doing spaghetti squash casserole. It's almost like a lasagna that you build with spaghetti squash, and that's probably my favorite dish that we've done that's healthy. And then when we fry fish at home, we started using almond flour instead of like panko breadcrumbs, and that's been another one that it just adds a great crunch to the dishes. And we got our butter melted. We want the onions to become a golden brown, and they're getting there. Let's get rid of that. So it's about 3 to 4 minutes. We're approaching that. Let's add the garlic, and then we're going to saute that for just about another minute. Smelling good already. I wish you could smell it at home. What do you think? Those carrots. Good job. Thank you for your help. And this is the first year we started our own garden, and it's been raining a lot here recently. Unfortunately, some of our residents have experienced some flooding, but I do have to say that my garden is flourishing. Who knew it just needed a little water? The rains have helped that. We got a lot of kale. We do kale smoothies in the mornings. A lot of kale, a lot of spinach, and it was pretty neat to be able to have our own harvested kale in a smoothie yesterday, actually. It was the first day we got to have that. What do you think about the kale smoothies at home?
They're good. I like the tropical one
Okay, with the coconut. That is one of my favorites. Let's add the flour now. You're going to want to slowly add this and kind of stir at the same time. It's like chewing gum and walking. Not too much concentration, but let's do that, making a roux.
It smells like Alfredo. Very good.
Okay. Hands in there. And we're going to add the 2 cups of water for the stock and our bouillon cubes. Now these are the cubes that we do, we'll be sending out with the healthy cooking kits that are available at the library the first of each month. And the bouillon cubes, each cube makes a cup of the chicken stock. So let me grab the water. I'm using bottled water, 16.9 ounces. We're gonna have an extra 0.9 ounces in there. Let me add that in. Let's stir that as well. Put those in there and let's bring it to a boil. Get that bouillon cube broken up in there. I really like this, the portable cooking top.
We should get one of those.
I know. Sometimes we're cooking at home and we got all 5 burners going. 2 ovens would be nice. All right, guys, so this has come to a nice boil here. We got the roux in there. And turn it down a little bit and let's add our vegetables. So Annabelle, can you put in the carrots? I'm gonna finish chopping up the broccoli. So the recipe calls for 1 large head. They didn't really quite have a large head, so we're gonna do 2 smaller heads of broccoli in there. You want these chopped up nice, so bite-sized portions, and get the broccoli cooked all the way through. And let's see, I had found out that the broccoli is 90% water, 7%, oh goodness, 7% fiber, 3% protein. So, nice mix of all of that. And I didn't know, that's quite a bit. And there's just as much vitamins, minerals in the stems of the broccoli as there is in the tops. So if you want to add that in there, add it in there. Get all the nutrients you can. And let's see, I've made this before, but with asparagus instead too, if you want to do some creamy asparagus soup. We're doing the broccoli. If you have cauliflower at home, it's interchangeable. You can use the cauliflower. I like adding a little bit of all of that in there. It's chopped up nice and bite-sized pieces. Will you stir this for me?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Add these in there as well. A goodly amount. Okay, get those seasonings, putting that pepper in, the salt. And that will complete that right now.
Oh, it smells so good.
So yum. Yeah. I like doing this with some goodness, if you want to make a little more filling or want to spread the, oh gosh, I'm supposed to do that. If you like to make it a little more filling, serve it with a chicken breast, a steak. You can add some ham to it if you want to make this the complete meal. We're going to let this cook. Let me turn it up just a bit. We're gonna let the vegetables cook, soften up, and then we'll be adding the half and half and the cheddar cheese. Get it ready. All right. All right, you keep stirring. I'm gonna add. All right, we got the half and half.
Do we add our cheese yet?
Yeah, well, just a minute. Let's get that back to temperature.
It's looking pretty creamy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. You ready for it?
Yes, please.
Little bits at a time. This soup is perfect for the chilly nights coming up. Or any night, I guess.
Yeah.
It's my favorite on a cold night. Next to a fireplace.
Yep, this is making me hungry. You want to add more?
Mm-hmm. Bossy. Got a whole lot left. I'm gonna go for it. Keep stirring. And for the cheese, you can use the sharp cheddar, mild cheddar, medium cheddar, whatever you like. We have a medium cheddar. Smelling really good.
It's getting thicker.
All that cheese mixed in, vegetables are soft. I'd say we're ready. All right. You turn that off. I can hear you again. All right.
Oh, that made a nice sound.
All right, there you are. Here it is. Oh, it smells good.
Very cheesy.
The texture. Creamy broccoli. Guys, this also has garlic, which is a great antibiotic. Broccoli, a superfood. Ooh, it's hot. You first. Still a little bit of a bite.
Very good.
Creamy,
Nice.
cheesy goodness. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Healthy Cooking with Show Low Public Library. We'll see you again.